Okay. This is Wait for with Liberty Trading Club, and today I'm going to be going over setting realistic goals and setting yourself up to be successful. And this is going to be my best advice to you. This is my best tip that I can give you, okay? I wish somebody had told me and set me up this way. And so whether you follow it or not, that's up to you. I mean, I don't, it's whatever. But whenever you start to trade and you start to make money, greed starts to set in. If you haven't gotten to that part yet, it will happen. Okay. And then you start to think that you're on top of the world because of the amount of money that you can make while you're trading. So therefore, greed sets in deeper. Then you start to overtrade because you want to maximize the amount of money that you're making. Then you start to make mistakes. Then you start to revenge trade. And so then as you're revenge trading, you're obviously taking more losses, and because you're trading emotionally. And so now you've started this vicious cycle that will never end, because even if you do make some money back, it's never the money that you lost. So then you want to trade more to gain it all back. And whether you're thinking the whole dollar amount or not, you just know in the back of your head and your subconscious that you've lost that money and you've got to make it back. And so you start setting expectations for yourself, like, I've got to make, $250 a day. I've got to make $500 a day. I got to make $1,500 a day. You're crazy. You aren't going to be able to meet those expectations. You have to set yourself up for success. So my best advice is this. When you first start off trading, and we say take a trade and you jump in on a trade, and we say, all right, first target's off, that means you hit 4 ticks. 4 ticks, all right? So on the ES, right? Get over here. The ES, each tick is worth $12.50. And then, so 4 ticks equals $50. So you're like, that's an incredibly small amount of money. Let me tell you something. If you made $1 a day in the market, you would already be beating 90% of the traders that are out there in the world. $1. If you were consistently making $1 a day, you'd beat 90% of all the traders in the world. So that said, and no, I'm not saying that you should make a living off of $1, and that you should just eat ramen noodles every day. No, what I'm saying is that you need to, open up your mind and think about it. There's technology out here now that you can make as much money as you want. You got to get what is obtainable first and then build off of it. You've got to make it to where you're making money first. Then worry about making bigger trades. Then worry about making more money. Then worry about expanding, right? You don't just open up a business and just start producing like mass amounts of food for the whole world without places to distribute it to, without manpower to make it, without equipment to do it in, without a warehouse to build it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got to start somewhere. And I don't care if you made $1,500 trades before or not. I don't care, because you're not pocketing it. Because if you were, I doubt you would be here right now. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, like, it's what you can keep on a daily basis is what matters, right? If you can be green on a daily basis, then you can start to explore what you want to do outside of that, right? So let's lay the groundwork on what it would take, bare minimum, at the most minimalist version of this, to be successful and still make money that the average, or most, I'd say the average household could survive off of. And I'm going to say it's 4 ticks. I'm going to show you how. All right, so I'm going to take that $50 a day, right? I'm going to add a trade copier. Ooh, if I could spell or type. All right, I'm going to add a trade copier that copies my trades over different accounts. I'm only going to do 10 accounts. All right, so 10 accounts. I can do 20, but I'm going to do 10 for this scenario. 10 accounts times $50 equals 500 a day. $500 a day, that's more than most average Americans make in a day. So now, what's that look like in a week? 500 times 5 equals 2,500, and then 2,500 times 4.33 equals, what did I say, 2,500 times 4.333. Okay, so $10,832.50 a month. And then we take 832.50 times 12 equals $129,990. Now, that's only using 10 accounts. What if you use 20 accounts? So like you're saying, well, I need to make more than $129,990 a year. Well, then just add more accounts. Trade Copier can handle 20, but that's why I started with this, so you can wrap your brain around something small and obtainable. Okay? You know? We call a trade. You take the trade. When we say target's off, you close your trade. That's 4 ticks. You know? You made $50. Done for the day. See you tomorrow. Next day, do the exact same thing all over again. And do that every day until you're consistently doing it every day without losing money. And then when you can consistently do that every day without losing money, and let's say that you took a loss or whatever, but you can still do it within 3 trades, you've got something. Start adding accounts. Start doing, you open up cash accounts or start adding evals and passing your evals by doing the $50 a day. All right? Pay for the evals when you pass them, turn them into paid accounts, add them to the trade copier. Do your $50 a day. Start getting them to where they're paying out. Take the money out. Buy more accounts. Get it to exactly where you want it to be. When you're doing that consistently and you're paying yourself money every day so that you can continue to trade, then worry about how to make more money, how to make trades that are bigger. That's my best advice to you. Now, of course, everyone's pride is going to get in the way and they're like, I don't want to do that. I'm telling you right now, if you can do that, you're beating 90% of all traders in the world, and you're making a living off of it. And it's easy to upscale. Easy. So, that's my best advice to you. Hopefully you listen. I'd like to hear when you guys make it. And this is Wait For It. Happy trading, and I'll see you on the next one. I forgot one more thing. When you're looking at our trade strategies, I need you to pick one of those and just only do that one. Focus on how you take that trade. What are the best entries? Take pictures of your trades. Compare them to the losses and your wins, so that way you can see where they're missing, like what's missing from each trade, so you can understand like what's a good trade, what's a bad trade. Focus on only finding the one trade. If you have to wait an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours for it to show up, just wait until you get that right trade, and then settle on that trade and only that trade, and don't try to trade anything else. That is going to be the best way. If you start confusing yourself with everything else that's in the market, then it's just too much. There's too much to focus on, and you're gonna get lost, and you're gonna start spiraling out of control, and that's gonna start tweaking your emotions. Do one trade setup and pick one way to trade it, and that's it. Trade it every day till you become a master at it. And then once you start paying yourself, then start worrying about other trade setups and other ways to trade.